Welcome, Aries. It is CJ, and I am here to do your full moon in Leo reading for February 16th, 2022. Wow, that was quick. And it's going to be a general reading for all of my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please see how this resonates with you. If any of the cards have any messages for you visually, as well as through your intuition. If it doesn't resonate, remember to go check your other signs that are within your birth chart. And what was I going to say? This full moon with Leo, if you like to do any kind of full moon rituals, because it's a fire sign, you want to check into doing things with candles, heat, good thing to do is release the things that you want to complete, write them on little scraps of paper, burn them, and then drop them in a bowl of water, or do it in a empty candle jar, so that you can douse it out safely. Remember, a little spritz of water, don't pour water on it, you'll crack the glass. For me, the full moon is more about self-love. It's healing, it's karmic, and it's doing big and bold and brash new things. Jupiter being in Pisces, Jupiter and Uranus are on I think they're in a grand cross with the north and south nodes. So, or the sun and the moon are in the grand cross with the north. Yeah, that would make sense. North and south nodes, which are currently north node in Taurus, south node in Scorpio. So those signs will be greatly energized in some way, shape, or form in this new lunation. I'm not an astrologist, so you need to go check out some official people on that, but I know a little bit. Also, Jupiter's in Pisces. All planets are direct. We are almost out of Venus being in retrograde shadow, so love and money should be moving forward, right? I think that's about as much as an update I can give you in your sister sign of Leo. Your first sign for the moon is a disseminating moon. Take time to breathe out. Take time to breathe out. This is when it's in full moon and it begins to start to get less and less going into the new moon. Have you been rushing and working to get things done? Happy Valentine's Day, by the way. I'm doing this on Valentine's Day. A time. All right, we're going to go with it. A time for healing with the balsamic moon. That's just before the new moon. Don't let your past hold you back. Scorpio, south node right now, right? So that's releasing your karma. I said that at the beginning, that it feels to me like a little bit of a release of karma. It's like a big time frame. And we have until, I believe it's April 26th, 28th, where the planets are direct. So in a way, I feel like this is a great energetic time to move things forward. Time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. And then, what do you need to release in the waning moon? So these are some additional energies. I normally only pull 3, but, we're going to go with it. That may relate to you as we go forward. I'm going to pull some additional energies from the Art of Manifestation deck here. So I hope all my Aries are doing good. While I shuffle these, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Thank you. Shine. I love that. Shine. Time for healing, maybe. Let's see. This deck is really good for the moon readings. It never fails me on expanding the energies once we pull the Moonology deck. Independence. Don't let your past hold you back. Oh, something else. Learn to say no. 31. This is an act of self-love. And authenticity. Okay. This is like, what do you need to hold back? What do you need to release? I feel like you need to do that. Releasing and saying no, having boundaries, making sure that people aren't taking advantage of you, especially because it's saying it's time to breathe out. You have 2 cards of healing, or excuse me, 3. Take time to breathe out, means be present, a time for healing, and also what do you need to release. So Aries, there's quite a bit of energy here telling you to and a card of karma, to don't let the past hold you back, and also a time to give rather than to take. Interesting, that new moon in Virgo. Okay, well, let's go here. Manifestation cards. Let's see what we got. Shine. 48. It's time for you to spread your wings and soar. You have something valuable to share. Bring forth your greatest contribution. Step into your fullest potential. Show the world the real you. Reach out and shine. The universe supports your goals. And when I pulled out this time for healing and time to breathe out, we can push and push and push and push so much, and then we forget to really show who we are and to enjoy that success. Independence is here, but don't let your past hold you back. Independence is a wonderful attribute, but if taken to an extreme, it can border on isolation. Sometimes if we've been hurt or let down or trapped in a codependent relationship, we lose faith in others and learn only to rely on ourselves. This card asks you to question this inner belief and to develop healthy interdependent relationships with an equality of both giving and receiving. With the South Node here, and don't let your past hold you back. If you've been in one of those relationships as described on this card, or if you felt like you always had to do it yourself, this card is asking you to balance those relationships, and just because it happened in the past doesn't mean it needs to continue in the future. Being authentic. Hold your head up high, walk tall, and be your authentic self. This card asks you to shed the masks that you believed were required to wear. Walk to the beat of your own drum, and do not be afraid to shine. And look at the colors here. So this is what we call synchronicity, or a sign. This is yellow and orange with the solar and sacral chakras. In doing so, you give others permission to do the same. When everyone is being real and honest, and you're just in that flow of authentic conversation and give and take, and nobody's trying to impress anybody, that is just super, super intimate. Intimacy doesn't necessarily need to be one-on-one, but being intimate with someone is sharing those secrets and sharing who you really are versus what your public face is. Wow. So releasing, you might have been holding on to this like business or personal or family or whatever mask persona. It's sort of like I'm being shown a shield, like armor, like a suit of armor that you put on to protect yourself, potentially because of those codependent relationships that are mentioned here in the Independence, feeling like it's better for you to go in alone than to deal with anybody else because of the past with the South Node here. And again, in the Independence card, the sunset, or sunrise, however you want to look at it, but the softer glow makes me think more of a sunset, the way this is positioned. And all of these colors here are dealing with, as I said, the sacral and solar plex chakras. So you may want to do a little YouTube cleanse on that. So lastly, what do you need to release? Say no. Saying no is an act of love. When we say a healthy no to an abusive situation, whether this is in response to another person or to ourselves, we are setting limits and establishing healthy boundaries. A healthy no is saying yes to life. Give yourself permission to say no. Again, like the mask that you're wearing or the role that you've played, you might have been playing down your shine. Never, ever dim your shine to make somebody else feel comfortable. All you do is teach them that is okay for them to treat you that way. How can you help somebody rise to their greatest, next best self if you are dimming your light? I just don't understand that. Always shine the best that you can. There's a difference between being empathetic and understanding, and it's not your time, it's someone else's time. But if you're in a consistent relationship or situation with family, friends, work, like there's a lot of the same message here with the manifestation cards. Time for you to shine, create those healthy interdependent relationships. Let go of anything from the past that doesn't serve you because you were hurt before, so you feel like you need to go it alone. Authenticity, being your true self and setting those boundaries, because all of this is taking time to breathe out, releasing, a time for healing. Don't let the past hold you back. I mean, it's repeated over and over again in 2 different decks of cards. Hard for me to believe that a fire sign would let somebody put them in a situation that would dim their shine. But it happens. It happens. I'm a Sag. I've done the same thing. It's not a comfortable situation for our element, and we don't stay in it long. But long is relative, right? Everyone's on a different path. Knight of Swords. Look at that. Action. Actioning something. A new thought. You're taking control. This is the Modern Love Tarot, by the way, because it is the week of love here, with Wednesday being the full moon, and it's in Leo, which rules the heart. And just this whole week feels like it's connected to love, self-love, expansion, community, so on and so forth. So you actioning a thought, taking control back. Maybe you are just taking time to breathe. You're taking control of your life with this card. We're going to see. Let's see what we get here with this Tarot of Love deck. And it's very modern, diversity, inclusive, representative in many ways. It is my new favorite deck. I received it for Christmas to do the love readings, and my gosh, I would use this every day. It's just so fun. Yeah, 4 of Pentacles here. So in this case with the 4 of Pentacles, this is kind of showing a little bit of shade. What are you hiding? Your personal persona. In some cases it can be like that miserly. When you think about the 4 of Pentacles in traditional decks, it's about building your foundation, right? Building a foundation financially, rebuilding, starting over. We'll see if we get a Knight of Pentacles in here, because that's really what that is. But it can also be in the foundation of your relationship. This person could very well represent, or this person can represent a mask that's been, the persona, this is what I've been doing, and this person knows it's not authentic. I mean, if you want to look at it that way. But in general, the 4 of Pentacles is building a foundation. It can also be a little bit of being miserly, keeping things to yourself and not sharing. And this could be where that it's a time to give rather than take, the new moon in Virgo. This is the only sign in any zodiac. All the rest are balsamic, disseminating south node or waning moon. That's some pretty strong energy there. Yeah, I feel like this is here. Okay, let's go. We'll see what else Spirit has for you. 7 of Cups. Many choices. You might be deciding. This is where the learning to say no is coming in. 7 of Cups is just you're overwhelmed with decisions. What are you going to do? In this image, you're literally seeing a bunch of hands handing her a variety of different things in the cups to choose from. Learning to say no, setting those boundaries. Wow, 9 of Swords. This is this trapped, super trapped energy, trapped in your head. This could very well be with the past holding you back, things that you think you do not deserve. Releasing that. This Knight of Swords is here to give you a new way of thinking. Yeah, look at this. 5 of Cups. A loss. Wow. It's so beautifully represented. Is this the first time I'm ever going to say this? I have ever said this, but we all know that 5 of Cups is a loss. You feel loss, something, a job loss, home. You might have had to downsize. Something that you thought that was coming in didn't happen. A variety of different things. And usually, many times we all feel that loss, but I'm actually getting the image that's on the card. I was just shown a memorial service. And so for the few of you who might have experienced a loss in your family, your friend group, maybe a coworker, I'm so sorry. And like I said, a modern representation of this, but it actually makes me want to cry. And Spirit said to put it on the time for healing. So this is this is why all the extra moon energies came out, because the card that sits with each one of them is going to be different for all of my Aries out there. Again, remember, take what resonates and leave the rest. But I feel like while there's a theme here, there's also 3 different messages. So take what works for you. And then 7 of Pentacles. This is, do I harvest? Do I let it go? In this couple's relationship, it's showing a man man and a woman trying to work on what's going on, trying to figure out, get in my head, tell me what's going on. Let's work on this. Let's compromise. What can we do? But the 7 of Pentacles, generally, you see the tree. There's the pentacles on the tree. It's a time of harvest. Do you harvest, or do you leave it on to ripen more and allow it to grow? Yeah, I feel like in this case, this would be your... Okay, I'm still trying to get past this memorial service. Excuse me, just one second. I just haven't let it go yet. This, with the 7 of Cups here and now the 7 of Pentacles, it's choices. And this, of course, is somewhat of another choice card about harvesting or not harvesting. Are you going to say no? Are you going to be authentic? Are you going to move into your new life? Harvest your new, authentic self. Are you going to release it? This is what I'm feeling with this card. Not a traditional interpretation of the card, right? But I'm going off of the messages that I'm getting right now. And this is double 7s. So it's a very spiritual number. Look that up. We'll see what we get as we move forward here. I'm going to pull another round of these cards. I'm just called to do it. And I know I'm a little hesitant here. And Hanged Man. Okay. Looking at things from that different perspective. What do you need to change? Letting stuff go. Healing. This is just another validation of all of this. Taking time to breathe out. Yeah, thank you. Also looking at that loss, if this was part of this interdependence in a relationship that was mentioned here, and it can feel even more dramatic. Not that ever someone transferring and their energy to the other side, leaving this realm, is never easy because the physical presence is so missed. My sister passed last year. We're coming up on a year anniversary, and there isn't a day that I don't want to cry about it. So even knowing, it's our human side. It's the reason why we're here, to feel this emotion, to go through this. But this is just another, with this loss and a time for healing, looking at this from a different perspective. And perhaps it is time for you to look at this in creating the new relationships that you want going forward. This 9 of Swords, that's the thought process that's holding you back, that the South Node is asking you to release. Oh, wow. I didn't think we were going to go there today. Not at all. Let's see if Spirit has any other messages here. Oh, gosh. Don't be sassy. Oh, my gosh. Let's try one more time here. I feel like there's one more card. While I was talking, I thought they told me of another card that might have changed with what I said. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Spirit. It did change with what I said. Okay. This right here. This is the overall message that Spirit wants you to know about. It's time to breathe out. Stop holding everything in. Let it go. Shine. And champion your life going forward from this day. From this full moon on. This next 30 days is going to be very self-empowering for you in so many ways. Oh, wow. It's great energy. Since we're in Leo, it is the lion, I am going to pull an animal spirit card to see who will be with you during this time. You can call upon this animal. You can... if it shows up in your dreams, as well as the numbers that I always mention, those are synchronicities or they're signs that this reading was meant for you. You may want to come back and look at it again. There are numbers on these cards, so I won't give you the numbers final. But right now we have 44 and we have 77. Thank you, power animals. Thank you, jaguar. Wolf clan. Thank you. Crow. Thank you, whale. Squirrel. Badger. Thank you so much for being here with us today. Let's see what we have for our Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Which spirit animals are here to help guide them? Thank you, horse. Oh, thank you. Grouse. Another 7. 777. Grouse is spiral energy. This is the helix, right? Grouse is dance medicine. What do I mean by that? There's a certain tribe, Sufi tribe, that does that, like, spiral dance. They dance around and round and round and round and round and round, and they get into this meditative trance state through the spiral of the universe, as opposed to a more Buddhist way, which would be sitting, meditating, quiet, allowing the voices to come in. So in this is imagining yourself as in the center of the universe and then spiraling out into the sun, the moon, and further, and seeing how you fit in your own world here and how you can imagine what that next reality is going to look like. You might be called to dance, or you can just, if you need to burn off some energy and breathe and relax and heal, you can do like I do and act a fool and just really just let it loose in the kitchen. I mean, people laugh at me all the time. You never know when they come in my house what song is going to be on, and I could be doing any number of weird gyrations and in so-called dance move. So it helps to relieve stress and it puts me in a good mood, and this could be a call to action for you as well. Now that will bring us into 3 sevens, as I said, grouse medicine. It makes sense with seeing where you fit in the course of the world and the spiral while you're releasing this and becoming into your new self. It's literally like that DNA helix kind of thing, but it's also a spiral. You badger. Okay, yeah, this is your Knight of Swords. Why do I say that? Badger's aggressiveness. Badger's a little animal, but he's known for being aggressive. She's known for being aggressive, but the aggressiveness is in taking control without shredding people to pieces, right? So there's two things. Either, if this came upside down, I would say you're being too meek, and that is the alternate message for this, that you might be too meek in taking control of your life, right? But also on the other side, you might need to shine, release any kind of codependent relationships, become authentic, learn to say no, and aggressively do so. Because in order to champion your new life, these new thoughts, this new world that you're bringing in for yourself to shine, you're going to have to do it with a good amount of energy. That's what Badger is here for. Call on Badger to help you. Grouse to release and dance and just lose yourself, and the Badger energy will help give you that adrenaline push, that song that you put on in the radio in the morning to get yourself up to go into school or class or work or to deal with a situation. You just need to get pumped up to have a conversation. Call on that badger, because that's what that's for. Also known, because this is one of my power animals, as root earth witch medicine, because the badger has the hole in the tree and is representative of the crone or the witch or the healer that you would go to for the roots to make the elixirs and things to heal yourself. So that might resonate with you as well. Ooh, loving that. Spirit animals are coming through here. All right, let's see. And horse, again, action. Yeah, you're being called to it. You're being called to dance and release and enjoy, let go, circle yourself around and see yourself in the entire universe where your place is. You're being called to action, and this is the second time. Here's horse. Horse and horse, synchronicities just like the colors. Tapping into your sacral sensuality, but your life force energy. Absolutely. And then badger and horse together with action and aggressiveness. Wow. Okay, Aries. While there's not a lot of fire energy here, it feels fire energy, if you know what I mean. It feels like that impetus to get moving, that impetus to just take control of things, right? To move things along. You're tired of being in the life that you have and you're about to take control of it. That's where the badger and the horse and the grouse come in. This loss, you're putting this behind you. You're healing from it and you are shining, being authentic, and setting those healthy boundaries for yourself. Amen. You go for it. All right, romance angels, final messages, please, for our beautiful Aries. Remember, this is general, so it will come out with a romance message, but I've been using them fairly easily for general angel messages. I just thought I'd keep it in the love theme for the week. Thank you. Yes, thank you. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful self spirit to have fun. Playfulness. Here's your grouse. Dance. What did I say? Get crazy. Put the music on. Put on whatever it is that you like to, board games, a movie, whatever it might be, dance, movement, it's a matter of changing the energy. The energy is stale, stagnant. There's so much releasing, let go of, breathing, a time for healing. That playfulness is being called for, Aries. There's another card with that. And it's not just for, a romantic person, although it can be, but in general, this is for you. This is your reading. Be playful. Enjoy your life. Let's see. Any other messages, Spirit, angels, and guides for our beautiful Aries who are working to clear up some past karma and move on to their next best life? Thank you, Spirit. Yes. Oh, okay. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. This could be why the South Node is here. What do you need to release? A time for healing. Take time to breathe. There could be things that have caused you to stay in this inauthentic, codependent relationship because you've been told that's the way you need to do things. This is how you have to behave. This is who you are. Yeah. Spirit saying, let that go. Let it go. Spirituality can be, and gurus and teachers can be just as authoritative as church leaders if you've left that. So that's why it says both religious and spiritual, because the most important thing in any of this is to trust your gut and your heart. And don't let anybody lead you astray, right? Don't let anyone force you into anything that you do not want to do. Express your love. Go ahead and make that romantic gesture. Express love. So for me, this is expressing love. This is learning to say no, that healthy yes. This is an act of love, right? So learning to express love for yourself is just as important as it is for all the others. And as I said when I started this reading, I have a major feeling that, like this time is about moving forward, the changes that we're independently making to be part of the collective. Why does that matter? Because every choice that we make as an independent affects the collective, because our energy is affected, which therefore the energy we put out to the universe, the collective feels, right? The people you see on the day-to-day or talk to, or even on your social media posts, they're like, hey, what's going on with you? You seem a little different. Whatever that is, you're raising that vibration. So you loving yourself, being playful, letting go of anything that holds you back. Don't forget, it's all an act of self-love. Improving your life, releasing, healing, and taking that step forward into your next best self. Yay, Aries. Wow. It's quite something, huh? For this full moon? Wow, I will send you some healing and love energies, and, just say a prayer for whatever you're letting go of here, that you continue on. And remember, it's a process. It's about the journey. It's not about the destination. I know it's all cliche stuff, but it really is true. We're not perfect. We're processing on our way. So I honor you for the work that you're doing. Thank you, Aries. Wow. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for now, and I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.